So Culture Shift is this really fun, immersive experience that we take clients through where we leverage their existing identity system, whatever work's been done to articulate who they are, the value that they offer, why it matters to their customers, and the kind of impact it will have on the world. And we take that and we work to disseminate it into all internal HR systems, documentation, and employee development processes. So everything from recruitment, applicant interviews, hiring questionnaires, interview forms, employee review processes, the review forms, employee handbooks. This experience touches so many different things because what we want to try to do is make sure that how the brand shows up in the world shows up with the people who are supposed to be representatives of that brand, right? So much of what we understand about the consumer experience is going to be tested when they encounter the people that work for your organization. And we want what we say out in the world to be consistent with what they say in those one-on-one human encounters. Oftentimes when it comes to marketing and advertising and branding work, we place greater value on the tactics or the strategies that are customer facing. And we place lesser value on the tactics or strategies that are facing our teams and our employees. And that work's just as important. So what Culture Shift does, like I said, it disseminates all the information around a brand's identity and story and messaging down to the team level, down to the employees, so that they can be bred to believe those things. Not forced to, but developed and trained and raised in this understanding of who we are, what do we do, why is it important, and who do we serve? Because we want that to come across on all of those touch points. It actually makes employees stay longer, which is less expensive. It actually makes employees care more about the work they're doing, which actually helps customer experience, leading to increased revenue. And that's so much of what makes this financially beneficial. Is not just the ways that it helps enhance and increase revenue growth, but actually helps minimize cost. There's a cost mitigation component to it. And especially for people who have this mindset of business scaling rather than just revenue growth, we want to increase revenues and we want to minimize costs so that margin can increase to benefit our company's growth. And this work helps affect both areas. Oftentimes, when it comes to marketing and advertising work, we assume that the customer-facing components are more important. If it's a digital marketing campaign, if it's a video campaign, however we're getting our message out into the world to customers who can then buy something from us, we assume that that work's more important than the work that we can do with our own personnel and with our own teams. And so the financial impact of Culture Shift really shows up on both ends of that because it makes the people on our teams better embody who we are, better embody our principles and our ethos and our values as an identity. So that when customers are experiencing the people who are supposed to represent this great and wonderful message that they heard through some kind of advertising tactic, they can see that those ideas are proven true through the people. And what we know about the world and how people work is that only about 1/3 of people who work in any professional sector really care about the work they're doing. And this is evidence-based. There's data to support this, and it's consistent. Every couple years, we see that disengagement among workforces is increasing. And so the Culture Shift work helps deepen the engagement of our people, which leads to better sales, which leads to better profitability, which leads to less inventory loss, which leads to better customer experiences. It enhances all these different things. It actually really stimulates incredible brand growth.